Hey, what's up? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And today we're going to be talking about bankroll management. We've been talking about that a little bit on the channel if you've seen some of my other videos. Let's talk about bankroll, protecting your bankroll, and how to get your bankroll. Let's talk about it. Here we go. Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps and winning free cruises. I'm going to show you what it's all about, so let's get rolling. All right, again, we're talking about bankroll, but hey, complimentary cruise offers coming our way in the mail or by email. It's a complimentary cruise offer for two. Look, there's some balconies, some interiors, but we got two of these that came in this month. So we got two free cruises for two that we're going to be going on very soon. But I wanted to talk about not only playing craps, but having a bankroll and how do you get your bankroll. And I think a lot of times what happens is people don't really plan their bankroll. In other words, what they do is they say, I need how many points and how much is that going to cost me? And one thing that I always say to people when it comes to playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise, now you're talking about to earn a free cruise for two, and maybe that might be $1,000 when you figure out everything. If it's a balcony and you're talking the comped cruise, it's going to cost you money, like the taxes and port fees. It's also going to cost you a bankroll, right? You don't want to go with money that you're not willing to lose. So whatever you bring, plan on losing it, or not plan on losing it, but be content with losing it. Don't bring money that you cannot lose, I should say. I went almost one whole year with the same $4,000 bankroll, and I just like went up and down and up and down. But this is the thing, I didn't necessarily take all $4,000 on a cruise with me until the Harmony of the Sea. I don't know if you guys saw that video, but you could check my videos. It's called what's it called? Lessons Learned, and it talks about chasing and losing. I think we lost $4,000 on that one cruise. An entire bankroll that lasted us an entire year, we lost on one cruise, and it's because we made a lot of mistakes. And so that's why I want to kind of do this video really quick to just give you some tips and pointers when it comes to your bankroll and where you get it from and how you get it. And you might say, well, where did that $4,000 go? It went to the casino, but where did it come from? It came from different businesses that we have and different incomes that we have that kind of just build our bankroll over time. And then, of course, playing craps on a cruise, we won some. Sometimes we'd win $2,000. Sometimes we'd lose $2,000. But of our original $4,000, we would keep. And have it the entire year until we lost it all in one cruise. What did we do? Well, it was a balcony, and it was on the Harmony of the Sea. It was a 7-night cruise, and this cruise, because it was a balcony and an Oasis class ship was one of the bigger ships, it was about a $4,000 comp that we received because we did have some free play and stuff, although that didn't really count because it was more than 4,000 at that point. But the point of what I'm saying is we had 4,000 and we wanted to win another cruise, and so we did. We won another cruise, but it cost us $4,000, or earned another cruise. Actually, because it cost us, what we did is we prepaid for another cruise. And so yes, we lost $4,000 in the casino, but we got $4,000 worth of comps that we went on another cruise with. And so basically, what am I trying to get at when it comes to your bankroll? I'm trying to get at the point of this. Don't bring more for your bankroll than what you're willing to lose, but also don't bring more than what the cruise costs. So if you are figuring out that you're going to get even like 1,200 points on a Royal Caribbean cruise in the casino, 1,200 points will be a stateroom for two, but it will be an interior stateroom for two. Now you might say, well, how much does that cost? Well, when you get the comped value, you only have to pay taxes and port fees, and most of the time it's going to be between $100 to $150 per person. So for $300 total for two people, that would be enough to be on the cruise for a 7-night cruise. Now, $300 for a 7-night cruise is an amazing deal. Of course, you have to calculate what it costs to get to the port and back, and if you have to pay for a hotel the night before. And so a lot of the things we do is we have free flights with Southwest. We have free hotel stays that we are able to get. So a lot of times for us, when we do have a comped cruise or a complimentary cruise that costs $300, it's literally only costing us $300 and any money that we bring that we're willing to lose in the casino as far as our bankroll. But if it does cost $300, I mean, we're getting comped. The comp value is more closer to $2,000, and it's only costing us $300, if that makes sense. So if it was $300, that would be 10% or 90% discount, right? Well, one thing that we make sure to do is we take our entire bankroll that is for that cruise. So let's say it costs us $300 to be on the cruise, and it is a $2,000 cruise. I'll probably bring between $1,700 to $1,500 for that cruise, because that's what the comp value was that we got the free cruise for. And I'm on a cruise, but I want to earn another cruise of equal or greater value, actually. And so I'd take that $1,700. Let's do $1,000 just to make it easy math. Okay, let's say I took $1,000, and there are 7 nights, and if I had $1,000 and 7 nights, I would have to calculate, okay, I know I'm going to do at least 7 sessions, one each night, but am I going to do another session in a day, like on a C day, for example? And I would be on a C day, meaning I'm going to play a session in the day and in the night. So that is 7 sessions plus 1. Let's say we have another C day and we're going to do 10 sessions altogether. Well, that $1,000 that I brought from my bankroll, because I'm playing 10 sessions, I would actually take my bankroll, divide it by 10, and I would play $100 per session. Now, what's really challenging about that is because when you do play craps, whenever you have your session amount, so you have your bankroll amount and then you have your session amount while you're on a cruise. Whenever you're on a cruise and you have your session that you're doing, you want to have enough for 10 shooters. So if I had $1,000 and I was dividing it by 10, or having $100 per session, I also want to do that, divide that by 10, so that I have $10 per shooter. And I want to go through 10 rounds or 10 shooters. And when you think about that, $10, I mean, on a $10 table, I can make one bet per shooter, and hopefully that it grows. So let's say I made a $10 bet on the 5, for example. Well, that $10 bet on a 5 is going to pay $14. So what I would do at that point is I would say first shooter, and I put $10 on the 5, and the 5 hits, and now I have $14 that the $10 pays, 14, and I have my $10 back, and I have an extra $4. What I would probably do with that extra $4 is put $1 each on all the hard ways, and then try to hit a 5 again. The original $10 that I had, I would put aside in my bankroll, saying that, okay, I bet that $10, and now I'm playing for free, and I have $14 on the table. If a hard way hit, that would be great. If another 5 hit, that would be great. I would probably spread it out at that point. If a 5 hit again and it was another another $14, I would literally probably do this. I would probably take down the 5, take the 14, and make $12 6 and $12 8, because the 6 and an 8 have a higher probability. But on a cruise, you can't bet $10 on the 6 and 8, especially with Royal Caribbean, because they don't allow improper bets. So even though it's a $10 minimum table, you have to bet in multiples of 6 when it comes to the 6 and 8. Okay, I hope I didn't lose you there. But what that means is the minimum bet on a $10 table on the 6 and 8 is $12. So being that I have my $10 from my 5 and 14, I'll put it together for $24, 12 on the 6, 12 on the 8, and then hopefully we hit something from there. And so that's kind of how I would do that. I would play each round like that, and then I would probably do like a press and collect. So if one of the 6 and 8 hit, I would collect it. Then the next time a 6 and 8 hit, I would probably put it on the 5, and then the next time the 6 and 8 hit, or the 5, 6, and 8 hit, then I would collect it. Then the next time I would put it on the 9, and now I'm inside what's called the inside numbers. So I'm $44 inside from a $10 bet that I got back as soon as possible. And that's the key. Get back your initial investment as soon as possible on each roller or each shooter, or each roll really. That you're betting. So if I bet $10, I want to get that $10 back on the first hit, and then anything else after that, I could do whatever I want with it, because I'm playing with the casino's money, or I'm playing for free. And I think that's the key. Now, most people would say, no, you want to press and then collect when it gets up. Just press and go for like 5 hits on the same number. That's when you collect. Well, the reason why I don't do that on a cruise is because, remember, I'm not necessarily there to win a bunch of money, because, yeah, I could take that $10 and then spread it out and then hopefully, get a bunch of money from it. But when you're talking about playing a session on a cruise to win a bunch of money, I mean, there's so much more value in the comp value on the cruise than there is of winning at the table. Like, the casino always has the edge, and some people say the casino always wins. So that's why I'm saying get your money back as soon as possible, and then you're playing for comps. I'm playing for points. I want to be there as long as I can for that session. And some people might say, well, how long does it take to win, to earn a free cruise, or to play, and how does it work? Well, the points, the way it works, and this is my best guess because nobody really knows the algorithm or how it works, but my best guess is this: the average bet per hour equals your points. So what that means is, if you're going to play, and that's why we want to do 10 shooters, right? Because if you do 10 shooters, that's probably going to take you about an hour to do. You don't want to play less than an hour. I see some people come up, and their version of protecting their bankroll is if they have 3 hits or 3 bullets, if you would, or 3 losses. So they'll come up, they'll play for 3 times, and they'll take their money, their $100, and they'll spend like $30 a shooter or $35 a shooter, and they'll be out of money after 3 rolls, and they weren't there for an hour, and they get hardly any points, because if you don't play for at least 1 hour, you're not going to get comp value that's worth your average bet. Okay, so this is why I would always say divide your bankroll for that session by 10, so that you can have 10 shooters. That will probably be about an hour, and that would give you enough time to actually be there and get. And you say, well, if your average bet's $10, are you getting 10 points in 1 hour? Well, that would be the lowest I would expect. However, when you press and when you go up, and say I went to that 44 across or 44 inside, and then actually got to 50, 64 across, when the come out roll happens for the next shooter, or the next round, I should say, because maybe they won their point and the money I pressed is out there still, then all of a sudden my average bet goes to 64 instead of 10. Okay, and so I always make sure to talk to the pit boss to say, hey, what's my average bet? It looks like it's 64. Is that what you got? And just kind of like connect with them and let them know, because sometimes they'll walk off to another table and check on other things. They'll do their rounds, and then they'll come back. And when they come back, I always say, hey, what's up? Welcome back. Like it's funny because I'm like welcoming them back to the table. Hey, welcome back. Hey, I just want to make sure, is my average bet 64? Because that's what I have on the table, And there's different tips and tricks that I share with my channel members on how to make sure to maximize the amount of points that you get. And so if you want to become a channel member, feel free to look into that and hit join, and you can watch a video about how to become, I'll put it at the end of this, you could watch a video on how to become a channel member if you'd like, because I do share more information there. But the point of this video is, what I'm saying is, like, when people try to protect their bankroll, if they have a few losses, they actually walk away. Well, remember, we're not playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise for money. We're playing it for the free cruise. So you can actually, and like, for example, that $4,000 I was talking about at the very beginning, that $4,000 that lasted me for one whole year, even though sometimes it went up to 6,000, sometimes it went down to 5, one time it went down to 3, and then it went back to 4, you know, like, it just, for every cruise I went on, that $4,000 was there just as a bankroll to help me earn a free cruise, right? And I went on one cruise, on average, one cruise per month for over a year, probably like a year and a half, which is, I mean, let's say, I mean, it was at least 18 months, and 18 times 2,000, right? So you're talking about $36,000 worth of comps that I got, and I still had my $4,000. So when I finally lost my $4,000 and I prepaid for a cruise, that $4,000 had helped me get close to $40,000 worth of comps by that time. That's 10x on my $4,000 bankroll. And most people would say, why don't just use the $4,000 and win $40,000 and then pay for the cruise? Well, you know, if you ever played, remember I said that if you ever played craps for any amount of time, sometimes people say that time is your enemy when you're at the table, and it's really, it's easy. And I have strategies that I play where I hedge my bets and play both sides so that I break even a lot. And people be like, well, what's the point if you're just breaking even? Isn't the point to win money? No, the point is to get comps that are more valuable than the money that I would try to win. Because you imagine taking $4,000 over a span of, 18 months or whatever, so 18 different cruises, and turning $4,000 into 40. Maybe that'll be a good series. Maybe they'll try to do that, turn $4,000 into $40,000 and have comps. But really, what I'm saying is, the longer you play at the table, chances are you're going to lose your bankroll. And so you have to play in such a way where you protect your bankroll, play both sides, get your money back as soon as possible within 1 or 2 hits. I have one strategy where if you get one hit, you can break even just with one hit. And like I said, that's for my channel members, and I show them how to do that. And most people say, that's impossible. That's impossible. Okay, it's impossible for those that haven't seen the video. But the point is, most strategies, you're going to need 2 or 3 hits to get your money back in order to protect your bankroll. And I would say do that. Do it, play in such a way where you're only risking your money for as little amount of rolls as possible. And so that's how we roll. That's how we do it. And I just wanted to just take a minute just to kind of share that. And I figured it would be pretty cool just in this setting, because I'm on location in California for a friend's wedding today. And I figure, well, the wedding's tomorrow, but I figured I would do this video and spend some time with you as well, since I'm here at this awesome place. So with all that being said, that's all I gotta say for this video. But until next time, I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. Watch this video and don't forget to subscribe. That's the one about becoming a member. Would you consider it? Thanks. See you later. Bye.